famous HMMWV's days are numbered. The Army has made its fifth order for the new Joint Light Tactical Vehicle, officially coming in 4 versions: the M1278 Heavy Guns Carrier, the M1279 Utility, the M1280 General Purpose, and the M1281 Close Combat Weapons Carrier. According to a release by Oshkosh Defense, this order consists of 748 vehicles and over 2,350 installed kits. The vehicle is currently in low-rate initial production, and the first units are expected to be equipped with the vehicle by the middle of fiscal year 2019, with a planned initial operating capability by the end of 2020. The HMMWV has served for over 30 years, but like the Jeep it replaced in the 1980s, it was proving to be incapable of meeting the demands of a modern battlefield. For the Jeep, the problem was keeping up with armored fighting vehicles like the M1 Abrams tank and the M2/M3 Bradley fighting vehicle. During the War on Terror, the HMMWV proved it could keep up with vehicles, but it was also very vulnerable to favored tactics of insurgents in Iraq and Afghanistan, the improvised explosive device. Up-armored HMMWVs were developed, but they still proved vulnerable, and eventually the military bought mine-resistant ambush-protected vehicles, including the M-ATV from Oshkosh, for use on many missions in Iraq and Afghanistan. It will still take a long time for the L-ATV to replace the HMMWV. Over 281,000 Humvees have been built since it entered service in 1985. This order represents less than 0.5% of the total Humvee built.
This is in transport height, very important to the Marine Corps as we get into our amphibious shipping, to be able to get on well decks. Very important to the Army as well, to be able to get on the C-130s and do low velocity airdrop, etc. It's normally in operational mode, which is shown here, and that's how, on a day-to-day basis, soldiers and Marines will operate the vehicle. Now, it does have a capability where we can go to fording height, which is essentially 60 inches. The vehicle can raise, and that's very important for the Marine Corps. That's a Marine Corps-centric or specific requirement so that we could clear water obstacles, part of our amphibious nature. Okay, so getting to some of the technical capabilities of the vehicle. The suspension has had 20 inches of travel, and that was actually used in a Baja 1000 race. It uses a Duramax V8 engine, much like you would find in a Silverado or a Sierra pickup truck, that's actually been modified by Gale Banks for any of you NASCAR fans. And then we use an Allison modified transmission as well. So to the max extent possible, we used a lot of commercial technologies with the powertrain, etc. The L-ATV is designed for survivability to meet a number of threats, and it met all of both the Army and the Marine Corps' requirements as far as that's concerned. Getting back to some of the technical, aspects of the vehicle, it does have a range of 300 miles, has a top speed of 75 miles per hour. So we talked about the capability, the payload of the vehicle. It has a payload of 5,100 pounds, and that's the utility vehicle. So think about your high-back Humvee. This would be kind of the JLT variant of that. The general purpose vehicle, it has a payload of 3,500 pounds.
Yeah, this truck is probably 3 months old.
3 months old, but over a decade in the making.
We're glad we're getting the word out that it's finally on the street.
On the street and off-road, the military's newest vehicle tackles the future.
This vehicle is just a leap ahead in its technology.
Built-in plug-and-play ability allows this vehicle to work with current and future equipment.
It is sort of like having that USB port on your computer where you can go down to Best Buy and buy whatever equipment you want and plug it in, and it works. It's not quite that simple, but that's the concept we're going for.
Saving dollars simply makes sense.
The average cost of a truck was going to be about $440,000, $450,000. And through the competition process, we got the truck down to about $250, a little less than $250,000 per truck. When we got the price down, it allowed us to buy more trucks more quickly for the same amount of money.
Time to take a test drive. After checking out the capabilities, Army leadership was impressed.
This is really a step up from the Humvee, so we have some new capabilities that both protect our soldiers but also provide that payload and performance that we really need on the future battlefield. It felt great. It was a very smooth ride. I know this is going to be a great capability for our soldiers.